Good afternoon. Would the class marshals, Karina Richard, Junior Class President, and Sarah Adair, Junior Class Current Valedictorian, please seat the class of 2023. Our dignitaries may be seated as well. This is a fine-looking crowd this afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the commencement exercises of the Manchester High School West class of 2023. This is a very special ceremony as it is our 100th graduation exercises. I am also very pleased to introduce to you our distinguished guests and celebrities who have joined us here today. There are many. We'll start with the Honorable Mayor Joyce Craig, former principal of Manchester High School West and the first woman principal appointed, Ms. Janice Thompson. The Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Jennifer Gillis. Little sad about this one because this is the last time I'll be saying this, unfortunately, as she moves on to the superintendency of the Lebanon School District, but former principal of Parker Varney Elementary School and Assistant Superintendent, Ms. Amy Allen. Former principal of the middle school at Parkside and Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Forrest Ransdell. Manchester historian and graduate of the Manchester High School West, class of 1971, Mr. John Clayton. Now we'll go with school board members. In Ward 7, Mr. Chris Potter. In Ward 10, Mr. Gary Hammer. Also, class of 1977. From Ward 6, Mr. Ken Tassi Jr. From Ward 5, Mr. Jason Bonilla. From Ward 4, Dr. Karen Soul. I'm sorry, how about from Ward 4, Ms. Leslie Watt? Now we'll try Dr. Soul. She's from Ward 3. And from Ward 2, Dr. Sean Parr. At-large member, Mr. Peter Argyropoulos. It has become a tradition here that we have on the West Side that our sending principals and assistant principals and former sending assistant principals and principals would like to share with your accomplishments in graduating from high school. And so we invite them. Chances are that they too had an impact on all of you getting to this place. And at some point, we are privileged to have them here with us and share this very special day. And here they are. First of all, the assistant principal from Parker Varney Elementary School, Mr. Andrew Sims. Assistant Principal from Northwest Elementary School, Miss Lori Cloutier. Graduate of the class of 1986 of West High School, the principal of Northwest Elementary, Miss Shelley LaRochelle. Assistant Principal from Gosler Park Elementary, Miss Mandy Tappan. Principal of Gosler Park Elementary School, Miss Lori Upham. Former Assistant Principal of the middle school at Parkside and now Assistant Principal at Green Acres Elementary, Miss Colleen Fields. Former Assistant Principal of the middle school at Parkside, now Assistant Principal at Memorial High School, Mr. Jeffrey Hebert. Principal of the middle school at Parkside, Mr. Scott Schucksta. Network Director for the West Side Schools, as well as the, we call it the Elm City Network, Dr. Scott Young. And the Chief Equity Officer for the Manchester School District is Ms. Tina Philibot. Behind me, your class callers, Ms. Angela Bulch and Ms. Megan Emmons. Your senior class advisors, Ms. Rebecca LaRue and Ms. Gail Brown. And the two people who try to keep me in line, and they struggle with that, as I'm sure you'll see throughout this ceremony, the assistant principals of Manchester High School West, Ms. Laura Lord and Mr. Gerald White. I would be remiss if we did not recognize, and I'd like all of our West faculty and staff to stand here and be recognized for your efforts, former staff and current staff. They are tremendous, and they pulled off some miracles to get everybody who is here today. As you can see, there are many important and famous people here in the room to help us celebrate this amazing day. Okay, enough with the adults. It's my pleasure to introduce to you our Mistress of Ceremonies. It is Senior Class President Janila Abreu, who will be attending the University of Hartford in the fall.
At this time, we would ask that you please rise as the Manchester High School West NJROTC unit presents the colors. Please remain standing until the colors have recessed. My partner, Nanaquag Pioke, class of 2023 Vice President, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by our national anthem performed by our West High School Senior Chamber Choir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would the class marshals please sit the class of 2023? The rest of the guests, feel free to be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce you, to give her greetings, the Mayor of the City of Manchester, the Honorable Joyce Craig.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be here with you and your families on this wonderful occasion as we celebrate the class of 2023 and the 100th anniversary of Manchester West High. When you think about it, this class really had an unusual high school experience, but you successfully navigated very demanding circumstances. And as I look out at all of you, I see strength, I see dedication, and I see determination. You persevered through so much during your high school experience, and you should be so proud of all that you've accomplished. I know you're going to be among the most resilient and hardworking graduates Manchester has ever seen, and you give me great hope knowing that you are our future. This class had the highest graduation rate in the last 9 of 10 years. Several West athletes are moving on to play sports in college. This class received over 80 scholarships, totaling over $116,000. Several students are going on to study to be nurses and other health occupation jobs, while others are pursuing teaching degrees, engineering degrees, and going into the trades. And in this graduating class, there are also students going on to serve in the United States military. And if you are, could you please stand to be recognized? We want to thank you, and please know that the City of Manchester is behind you and supports all of you. I'd like to take a moment to thank the parents, teachers, school staff, coaches, mentors, and friends who helped guide all of our graduates to this special day. As a mother of 3 children who graduated from the Manchester School District, I understand the work to get here is shared by many. And graduates, please be sure to thank all of the people who helped you along the way, and always remember to give back. Communities thrive when people come together and listen to each other. When I graduated from Memorial, I didn't know what profession I was going to go into, and I certainly didn't think that someday I'd be mayor of Manchester. But I found my passion in public service, and I'm excited for all of you to go out and find your passion, your strengths, and put them to work for the benefit of others. We've seen time and again that young people are a driving force behind change and progress in our nation and in our city. You have an important voice that must be heard. I hope that your time at West helped you to find that voice and that you'll continue to use it as you venture into the world and achieve great things. I want you all to remember where you came from and that Manchester will always be your home. Our city is home to some of the most exciting and innovative careers in the world. So while I encourage you to travel, to grow, and to experience the world, please don't forget that Manchester is the best place to live, work, and raise your family. You're an exceptional group of students, and I urge you to continue to strive to be individuals of great character, to serve others, to make our world a better place, and to always be kind. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Joyce Craig. It is now my pleasure to bring up our class of 2023 student speakers. Nanaquak Pioke, and Rodrigo Martinez.
He's right there. Okay, wait. Is it good?
That's fine.
Hello, my name is Yanakwak Pioke, Vice President of Class Office.
And my name is Rodrigo Martinez.
Okay, now that I'm up here, I got to take this time to shout out my family. Can my family make some noise?
What about my family? Can we make some noise? Class of 2023, can we make some noise?
Now, let's get this started. You're probably wondering why we're up here today.
We're here today to do a speech, but not just any speech. A funny speech.
No, literally, a funny speech. When we were asked to do the speech, the whole basis of it was just to make it funny.
But then we kind of asked ourselves, how do we make a speech funny?
So we thought we'd just crack some jokes, a couple We Are West Highs, and call it a day.
So, we are! No, we're just kidding with you.
We're not gonna do that to you guys just yet.
Can you guys believe that it's already the 100th year?
You guys are probably gonna be sick of hearing that after this graduation.
Everything we did at school had an emphasis on the 100th year.
Our yearbooks, our senior prank, our prom, we had to bring it back to the 1920s.
And the only person we have to thank for it is Dishard, because he was here for every single one of those years. We don't have much to talk about because this isn't your typical graduation speech.
I'd say like this is the hardest speech to do.
Because there's speeches for valedictorian, salutatorian, and class president, but we're just graduates like all of you.
So, to think this is actually happening is kind of mind-blowing.
So in all seriousness, we wanted to take time to thank everyone for coming out and supporting us.
The faculty, our classmates, our families.
We're very grateful for this opportunity to speak in front of you guys today, and you know Nanaquak and I are the first ones in our family to have a speech at graduation.
So like we can brag. But both our families are very excited to find out that we'd be speaking today.
Although it might not be the speech they wanted.
I mean, it's something's better than nothing, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess. But now, class of 2023, thank you for listening to us. But now it's time for a real West send-off.
We are!
West Side! We are! West Side! We are! West Side! Man, Disha, I understand why you do that. It's kind of fun.
I like doing it too. Thank you.
Excellent job, folks. You guys did great. Our guest speaker this afternoon from the Manchester High School West class of 1971, longtime journalist for the Manchester Union Leader and City of Manchester historian, Mr. John Clayton.
Good afternoon, graduates, parents, friends, relatives, faculty members. I have to tell you, I was so excited when I got a text from Leo Ducharme a few weeks ago asking me if I would consider serving as your graduation speaker today. My first thought was the magnitude of the honor. This day was 100 years in the making. To be asked to speak at the 100th graduation of Manchester High School West, not only is it my alma mater, I'm a proud member of the class of 1971 and a charter member of the West High School Hall of Fame, but there was a stretch of time when there was a Clayton at West High School for 40 consecutive years. So this is an honor not just for me, but for all of my family members who have ties to this great institution. So that was my first thought. My second thought, what is Seth Meyers doing today? How come nobody thought to ask Seth Meyers to be here today in my place? I would have asked him myself, but as I often noted in my In the City column in the Union Leader, nobody asked me. But I am thrilled to be here today. I'm thrilled to honor the hard work that these graduates have put forth to earn a place in this arena today. This ceremony represents the culmination of 4 years of hard work, sometimes 5, because over the course of the last century, no students at West High School have had to deal with the ravages of a global pandemic like COVID. That not only makes you a COVID class, but it also makes you a comeback class. In speaking to your teachers and administrators, I can't tell you how much pride they demonstrate when they speak about you, the graduating class of 2023. So give yourselves a hand. In a few moments, you'll be coming up on stage to accept your diplomas. And when you do, you will become a part of the legacy of West High School. And it is a rich legacy indeed. Consider some of the graduates who have come before you. Richard McDonald. There's a nasty rumor going around America, has been for the last 50 years, that the McDonald's hamburger empire was started by a guy named Ray Kroc, which is a crock. Because McDonald's was founded by West High graduates Richard and Maurice McDonald. They went out to California and had an idea for a restaurant that would serve families, in particular, the GIs who were coming home after World War II. So they built a sprawling restaurant, and it was so successful, they had to have 8 milkshake machines, each of which made 8 shakes at a time. Now, a guy who sold milkshake machines had no idea why somebody would need that many shakes at once, so Ray Kroc visited the original McDonald's restaurant in San Bernardino, California. He loved what he saw, ultimately bought the restaurant franchise from the McDonald brothers, but make no mistake, McDonald's was founded by a graduate of Manchester High School West. We're not setting the bar too high for you, right? Martin Revson. Martin Revson was one of 3 brothers who grew up in a tenement on Conant Street, just down from West High School, and they went on to found the Revlon Cosmetics empire, the largest cosmetics empire in the world. Richard McDonald and Martin Revson were classmates and graduated from West in 1927. I wonder if there are 2 giants of industry and business sitting here before us today. Charlie Quinn. There are some of you here who are old enough to remember Charlie, who was a graduate of West High School. He was an outstanding scholar and athlete, went on to St. Anselm College to play football until World War II broke out. Charlie enlisted in the Marine Corps. He was a naval aviator fighting fighter pilots in the South Pacific, came back to Manchester, got his teaching degree, came to West as a teacher and a coach, later an administrator, then vice principal, and later principal of Manchester High School West. If there is a blue knight, it's Charlie Quinn. Try to live up to that ideal. How about Betty Belanger Quinn, Charlie's wife? When she graduated from West, she wanted to become a nurse. So she went to the Sacred Heart School of Nursing, and when the war broke out, like her husband-to-be, she too enlisted in the Army. She became a combat surgical nurse. She landed on Normandy D-Day +4, 4 days after the assault on Normandy, and was in the front lines throughout the rest of the war, including the Battle of the Bulge, as a combat surgical nurse no more than a mile from the front lines. 2014, Betty was invited to France to speak at a ceremony at Normandy, where she was presented with the French Legion of Honor. That's the highest honor the French government can bestow upon a civilian. So there's an example for you as well. Jan Lore Brown graduated from West and went on to become a flight attendant. She survived a horrific plane crash that took the lives of 112 passengers in June of 1989. And from that moment forth, Jan Brown set out to be an advocate for children's safety seats on airlines throughout the country. She's an inspirational woman, and Mr. Deschard just had the pleasure of meeting. Consider Brigadier General Perry Lammey, who after being graduated from West, went on to attend the United States Air Force Academy. During his lengthy service in the Air Force, General Lammey was the lead test pilot on the B-1 bomber, and he served as commanding officer at Edwards Air Force Base in California. And I'm sure your teachers remember was the home to the $6 Million Man. There's a pop culture reference for you. Perry was a classmate of mine in 1971. Gymnast Jay Whalen won an NCAA Division II championship in the all-around, floor exercises, and still rings while at Southern Connecticut University. He helped the Owl to national titles in 73 and 75, went on to compete for the U.S. national team in 26 national and international competitions, including the 1974 World Championships. Not to be outdone, his twin brother, Gene Whalen, earned All-America honors twice at Penn State University, helping them to capture a national championship in 1976, and that's the same year that Gene competed with the U.S. Olympic gymnastics team at the Olympic Games in Montreal. Opera star Patricia Racette has been heralded as the preeminent singing actress of our time. She has built and sustained a career in the opera field for more than 30 years, and in 2017, she won a Grammy Award for Best Opera Recording for her performance as Marie Antoinette with the Los Angeles Opera. Some of you may remember Anouk Yai, a West High School graduate who was first discovered in 2017 when she appeared on the cover of Vogue magazine with fellow top models reflecting the industry's diversity. Yoke just recently became a new spokeswoman for the Estee Lauder cosmetics line, and she continues to grace numerous international high-profile fashion magazine covers. And yes, can't forget Seth Meyers, outstanding stand-up comedian, television host, actor, writer, and producer who currently hosts Late Night Live with Seth Meyers. Clearly, the achievements of these individuals reflect well on all of us who are linked to West High School. But now comes the question, who in this class will make us all proud to be fellow graduates of West High School? Your test begins today. Unlike 1923, when the first graduating class at West lived in a city whose one great industry, the Muskeg Manufacturing Company, was teetering on the brink of failure, and the country on the brink of the Great Depression. As Mayor Craig indicated, the Manchester of today is teeming with opportunities. Thanks to great minds like Dean Kamen and Martine Rothblatt, Manchester is fast becoming the global hub for advanced regenerative medicine, which will soon produce artificial organs suitable for transplant into living human beings. Sound impossible? As Dean likes to say, the only difference between science and science fiction is time. And now's the time for this to happen. And this is your time. Now it's time for my advice. As the mayor indicated, go off and get the best education you can. Go off and serve your country. Go off and learn a trade, chase your passion, see the world, but then come home. We need you here in Manchester. We need your ideas, your energy, your idealism, and the energy you displayed working your way toward this day. So, Dana LeClaire, go off to Vanderbilt University, but come back when you graduate. Helena Jackson, go off to Harvard, but bring that engineering degree back here. Katie Casey, Janila Ibru, and Nyan Cook-Piok are all going to study nursing at the University of Hartford. I'm pretty sure Catholic Medical Center will have a job waiting for you when you're done. Christian Morency is joining the Navy. I'm sure West High is going to need another wrestling coach when you've completed your service to our country. And Laudy Emery, she's already earned her degree from Manchester Community College, and she hasn't gotten her high school diploma yet. Surely there's an opportunity for her right here in Manchester. So there you have it, graduates. Take the next 4 or 5 years to make yourself the best that you can be, then come home. As they say in the ads, we'll leave a light on for you. And here's to the next 100 years of West High School. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clayton. It's Janila, by the way. And now for the salutatorian's address by Sadie Mae Helena Jackson.
Good evening, everyone. A pleasant afternoon, and welcome to all Superintendent Mayor Joyce Craig and the administration, Principal Deschard, school board members, parents, guests, teachers, and families. To my fellow graduates, the class of 2023, congratulations. We made it. I am honored to stand before you all this afternoon. We have come so far since freshman year. We came into West High as scared freshmen, wondering and worrying whether and where we would sit at lunch. It felt like high school would never end. So much has transpired over these past 4 years. We didn't even realize we were about to experience some of the most important and memorable memories of our lives. Our success throughout our lives thus far would have not been possible without the outpouring knowledge, guidance, support from our families, teachers, and staff here at West High School. A well-deserved spotlight goes out to the teachers, friends, parents, guardians, as well as family members. They are our biggest fans, motivators, and supporters. Without your love and guidance, some might not be sitting here today. So thank you to every individual who has played a part in getting us to where we are today. Teachers and coaches, on behalf of the class of 2023, thank you so much. Thank you for bringing your passion to everything you do, the love that you have in the content you teach, or sports, as well as the coaches. You guys are absolutely contagious. It's made me appreciate subjects and activities that I never thought I'd enjoy, and I thank you not just for imparting knowledge I will use for the rest of my life, but also for teaching me how to critically think, develop my own well-informed opinions. I'll never forget the smiles and pure excitement when Mr. Morse would talk about history, or the way Ms. Chick made literature come alive, not just by relating to almost every one of the books we read, but just being able to really teach us a lot more about literature and giving me an opportunity to learn more. But you all don't stop as class material. Whether it's Mr. Ducharme giving life lessons and empowering me and others to think beyond ourselves and what made sense in our world, you incite our wisdom and it will definitely stay with me forever. Ms. Samard reminded us to take a moment to appreciate the art and help me think outside the box and be creative, which was sometimes challenging but also worth it. She also helped me become a better person who now wants to fight for justice, as well as be an activist and work to support marginalized groups around this world. The countless club advisors, coaches supporting our extracurricular passions, especially my track coaches, you've all influenced. All of your influences doesn't stop at the classroom door. Ms. Moylan, my guidance counselor, watched me grow as a student these past 4 years, and she never stopped supporting me through all my endeavors. She always made sure that whatever I needed, I was capable of having and getting, and she made sure that I was given as many opportunities as possible to be an even better student and be the best possible version of myself. I know I speak for all of us when I say thank you for not only being amazing teachers, counselors, and mentors, but also being our friends and our role models. I would like to also acknowledge the friendships that I gained while I was at West High School. I want to give a big shout out to my wonderful friends Anjali, Emily, Ella, Paige, and Shahad. Each and every one of you are extraordinary people that exemplify strength, beauty, and intelligence, and I can't wait to see what amazing women you all become in the future. Thank you for being with me not only at my highest points in my life, but the lowest as well. Thank you for pushing me out of my comfort zone and making life 10 times better here at West High School. Our friendship has made high school so much more bearable and absolutely wonderful. We spent a lot of time learning in the classroom, laughing at the lunch table, but we learned just as much from each other. I'm sure I speak not only for myself when I say my friends have influenced so much of who I am, from the music I listen to the things I'm involved in. I hope you know how much I love you all for not always being supportive and acting crazy with me, but also for inspiring me in multiple ways. To the class of 2023, remember to always surround yourself with positive people that support you in everything you do. To my family, I feel so fortunate to have you all in my life. Thank you for being my #1 supporters. My family, my mom especially, were always there for me when I needed them with no questions asked. Thank you for keeping me grounded and providing me with some endless love and support through both challenging and joyful times. Some of the most important lessons I've learned from them were the ones that they didn't even know they were teaching me. The example they have set for me, the life they have made for themselves, their stories and their hard work, make me believe I can reach for the stars. And finally, to the class of 2023, we did it. We have learned together, studied together, played sports together, laughed together, cried together, and today we are all going to be celebrating graduating together. As some of you may have been catching on now, this speech is merely a long list of thank yous, and you might be thinking, she's going to Harvard University. She might have something profound to say. I cannot necessarily offer any of you more advice than you could probably give yourself, but here is what I want to share with you all. First, as I reflect on the time I've spent here, I acknowledge my efforts as an overachiever and someone who always wanted to strive for being the best. And you might, I spent countless nights studying for exams, staying up past midnight, completing hundreds of homework assignments. I would read the chapters beforehand in every textbook or book, participating in every discussion, taking and asking so many questions and wanting to have more knowledge in all my classes. Taking lots of AP classes, I always wanted to make sure that I could reach the goal of being a straight A student who got even above a 4.0 GPA and achieving that goal. The work I've put in the classroom and in clubs and extracurricular activities such as FIRST Robotics, the National Honor Society, the National Art Honor Society, Student Council, being a school board representative, physics club, and sports, I've come to find out that I fulfilled almost every aspiration and expectation for a high school student. However, there's one box that is left unchecked. To all of you who are not involved in my activities, I failed in making our friendships deeper than just being one of your classmates. So yes, working hard is important, and it is necessary, and I don't regret these 4 years of high school, as I truly love what I've done, and it shaped me to be a better person and be the person I am today. But there are some times I wish I would have done more. I wish I would have had more memories, and so I offer some advice to not only us graduating seniors, but additionally to everyone in the audience. Make yourself available to make a few more memories. Give yourself the space and time to have fun and spend time outside of the classroom, a club activity, or work. Enjoy the things you can enjoy. Enjoy the people you have near you, because if there's one thing that is certain, once time passes, you cannot get it back. So make sure you take the time to take the time. Class of 2023, we had an unconventional high school experience, but through it all, we have stood together. Online classes were quite a struggle, yet these same classes often force us the utmost creativity out of us, setting alarms in 10-minute increments to stay awake, missing classes because of internet issues, and awkward and unique moments were part of our experiences of online learning. Despite how much sitting on Google Classroom for 6 hours a day chipped away at our joy, we weathered the storm. I had the pleasure of being a member of the track team, and I could not have been prouder of the school spirit and the friendships we had. The bus rides home after a big win, the practices after a tough loss, and the feeling of getting back in shape after an off season is something I will never forget. Special thanks to my coaches again that put up with all what comes with coaching angsty high schoolers. We appreciate you more than you can imagine. Class of 2023, we've seen global conflicts, a change in presidents, a pandemic, calls for justice and for racial and social inequality, and through it all, we've grown as a community. We've watched as a nation face its own shortcomings and people banded together to make their voices heard. This is the world we now enter as we leave West High School. It is one of an opportunity and hope. Whether you were born in this country or not, if you're the first generation or the 10th, this is our home. We have the power to shape our own future, to change the world for the better. We have the power to make voices that are not heard, heard. It's time to start making your mark and pushing all the limits. Although this may be cliche, especially since it's coming from someone like me, our lives are not defined by our high school grades, our extracurricular activities, or how many awards we may have received. Our life is what we make it. There are many paths that this graduating class will take. These paths may cross and diverge, but whatever path you decide, I hope that you put your heart into whatever you choose to do. Surround yourself with people who want you to succeed. Do not forget all the friends that stood by you and helped you throughout all the good experiences and even the more difficult ones. Let the important people in your life know what they mean to you, and always remember the times we had here at West High School, because they will serve as source and strength and support to you. If there's one thing that my fellow classmates should take away from this speech, in the words of Peter Pan, the moment you doubt whether you can fly, you cease forever to believe you're able to do it. For those of you who wanted to be astronauts as kids, but later on thought that the world was only made up of engineers, business people, and artists, Neil Armstrong proved that narrow-minded world wrong. He never doubted his ability to soar above the skies, and we should also do the same. The future that awaits us resembles a kaleidoscope. The pictures are very, very vague because, of course, none of us know what the future holds, but the colors are very, very bright and promising. Some of us got accepted into prestigious schools, got into our dream colleges. Some of us are going to serve in the Army, military, and Navy, attend a trade school or a community college to continue education. Some will travel the world, some will start their career, and others do not know what they will do 5 seconds after they walk out of this door. But that is okay. We all start as bewildered freshmen, but today all of us are throwing our caps in the air, getting ready to go different ways. I hope we always all remember where our journey started. So lastly, as you seek to make your difference in life, I leave you with a quote from great American writer F. Scott Fitzgerald. For what it's worth, it's never too late, or in my case, too early to be whoever you want to be. There is no time limit. Stop whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. We can make the best or the worst of it. I hope you make the best of it, and I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things that you've never felt before. I hope you meet people with a different point of view. I hope you live a life that you're proud of. If you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again. Good luck in whatever you choose to do. We might not have been best friends or even had like interests, but we will have one thing in common. We will forever be West High School's class of 2023. Thank you again.
Thank you, Helena. And now it's time for my speech. Okay. Welcome, parents, families, guardian, teachers, and most of all, the class of 2023. I am Janila Brew, class president of 2023, and I'm gonna try not to cry today because I'm a crier. I cried this morning at like 8 o'clock because I was listening to Taylor Swift, Never Grow Up. Don't know why, but. And I cry when I see a golden retriever, when Harry Styles sings, and when I can't get Chipotle. And I know how eager all of you are to get your diplomas and how long graduations can be, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. As we sit here today, about to move on to the next part of our lives, some of us will go straight to college, some of us right into the work field. We all think about how over the past 4, and for some of us 7 years, and even longer, we have all grown up together. Even if we all weren't so kind to each other at times, over the years we've become one big family and always a community. We used to look at the number 2023 and think it was just the year that signifies when we were going to graduate high school. We still have time, that's so far away, we all would say as we looked at those 4 numbers. Then all of a sudden, we are experiencing all of our last first day of school, last first game, senior nights, and all the above, and the number 2023 isn't so far away anymore. Everywhere we look, we see congrats grads, and this time, it's for us. Our years in high school were different than we thought it would be when we were freshmen in 2019, getting made fun of by juniors and seniors. We had many challenges to face while trying to grow and become the successful people here today. If no one has told you guys, or even if somebody has, I just wanted to say that I'm so proud of each and every one of you for being able to make it as far as you have today. It is such a big accomplishment, and you did it no matter what it took for you to get here. I'm so proud of you guys. Today we take on the role of going out there and being adults. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Picture us out there in the real world. But the years after this one will be the most crucial and life-changing, and now is the time where each of us are really able to find ourselves, and it'll take us such a long way. Next is something that I want to talk about that is most important to me that is not really talked about, and it is the mental health crisis that we are currently dealing with. About every 1 in 3 high schoolers deal with mental health issues. About a month ago, a local 14-year-old child took her own life. This 14-year-old child will never have the chance to graduate and to see their life flourish and evolve. This 14-year-old child never got the chance to start high school or even graduate middle school. There needs to be more resources and awareness about this crisis. We should no longer turn a blind eye to this like it is stigmatized. It is real, and people deal with it every day. We need to let everyone know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. One thing that I want people to take away from my speech in their years in high school is to always be kind. If you look to the person to the right and left of you, each of your stories are different. Each of you have faced many different struggles that aren't public to the surface. We are the new young adult leaders that can take on tasks to change the world. We should always choose to lead with love and positivity. You matter, and you are so loved, and the world needs you in it. Never let anyone tell you that you are not enough and that you are not capable. Because if you look around you today, everyone sitting here is completely capable. If you are ever dealing with mental health issues, the people around you right now are a part of your community and would rather want you here and to see you succeed than to deal with your battles silently. Next, I just wanted to take a moment to thank the people who mean so much to me. I just want to thank, first, my dad and my stepmom for never failing to show up for me to all my games, induction ceremonies, concerts, and always pushing me to be my absolute best. You guys are the best parents a girl could ask for while trying to figure out life in high school. My stepmom, Heidi, who makes sure that all my friends are, as she says, her adopted children, that whenever they come over, they feel at home too. Thank you for giving me the best advice over the years and helping me become who I am today. And thank you for letting me drag you all the way to New York to sit outside for 6 hours so that I can get a good spot to see Harry Styles. I know I can be a pain sometimes, but I'm class president, so you can't be too mad at me. My grandmother for being my greatest role model throughout my life. I've never met anyone that was more kind and loving than she is. She always tells me to lead with love. She's over there. She's probably crying, I bet. And my siblings for always making sure that I was never alone and for being more of my friends than my actual siblings. And the rest of my family sitting over there. And my dearest and most genuine friends who sit right next to me on stage today. and some on the floor. And last but not least, I want to thank my wonderful teachers who made me want to consider from changing my major from a nurse to a teacher just because of how good they teach. Districts up here today, they need a raise. Lastly, for the final time from me, maybe, not sure yet, congratulations, class of 2023. Always remember to treat people with kindness, do not be afraid to be different, think outside the box, and most importantly, never stop being you. As we leave here today, I'm positive that we will all continue to make our mark on the world. Thank you. Love you guys. And now, it's time for our valedictorian's address by Dana LeClaire.
Will Michael Cleveland please stand up? You may be seated. This concludes the mic check. It's actually amazing being up there. I mean, look, it's me. It's crazy. Wow. The Webster Dictionary defines success. Oh dang, COVID kinda sucked. I make this speech short so we can leave early. No, get all that out of here. Dana's not cliche. I like to begin with a quote that means a lot to me. You can thank D'Anthony for this one. I'm Hillary Clinton. That's why I'm single. I don't know what it means yet, but I don't think I'll ever have to. Over this year, I've made an effort to record some out-of-context phrases. David has definitely helped me with that. I feel that was a great example. Another one of my favorites was actually said during AP Bio, and I'd like to see if you could guess who actually said it. If I start degrading, I'm gonna fight an alligator. That was River McGann. I hope that works well for him. Step on my Doritos, please. Do you think Miss Berger would like slavery? F Africa, I need my one meal a day. Carbon is a tramp. That last one's Miss Sheehan. It's an amazing phrase. Another one from a teacher. No feet, no walk. Such simple words. Looking back on these moments acts both as a way to remember the past and a way to remember that we all say some pretty stupid stuff. So if you ever stumble on a phrase or something in the speech comes out wrong, just another blip in a long line of examples. I did mention, it's kind of cliche to talk about the COVID pandemic, so I'll just say my one favorite fact. That second semester freshman year, when we had to go back, I remember Ms. Berger mentioning that COVID-19 was spreading. We should take our instruments home, but we will definitely have school next week. And then, naturally, we didn't have school for the rest of the year. Thank you, Ms. Berger. That was, I love that moment. I'd like to thank my parents for being the reason I strive to better myself through education. And I feel it's important to thank the Joneses for picking up the slack. I couldn't ask for a better family and a better environment for my mental health. I'd like to thank our lunch faculty for feeding us over the past 4 years. I've had a lot of cafeteria food, and it definitely gets worse than this. I'd like to thank the teachers who've gotten me to where I am today. Being a teacher is the opportunity to inspire others, to open them to a new direction. For doing this, I'll give a special mention to a woman who I called Miss Linscott, but who's since remarried, so forget her last name now. Mr. Kroll, Mr. Adamakis, Mrs. Cassidy, Miss Berger, Mrs. Muling, Mr. Pernard, and Miss Lombard. If you had me and I didn't mention your name, odds are I love you. I can only say two teachers who I actually didn't like, and that's actually something incredible about the West Side schools. I mentioned thanking my family. I have no clue where you are. Can you please stand up? I found that one group. There they are. Oh my goodness. Additionally, my freshman year was certainly an awkward one. My closest friends all went to MST, or the Spark program, at MCC. Because my closest friends were elsewhere, I was kind of stuck on the edge of two circles that I definitely knew but never felt incredibly close to. I'd spend half of my lunch period at each of these groups, and then eventually these tables combined. There was one too many people, and I wasn't given a seat. This is when I started eating my lunch in the band room. There I found my home and people who cared about me, who wanted to see my success, and who reached out to help me. I remember talking to Brian, who has left enough of a legacy that most of the people in front of me have heard about him, even though they haven't met him. I remember practicing improv with Peter, the drum major, on the vibraphones. It was with these people who I first started playing chess. The website saves the games from the beginning of the count, and it's actually amazing looking back and seeing how terribly we played. My friends who have been there, whether a music teacher or a chess club member, I love you. I wouldn't be here without you. Can I get a round of applause for the band here, who so kindly spent their Saturday playing for this event? The most important lesson I have learned in my high school career was not actually taught by a class, but I do believe that Ms. Brigger summed it up best. Motivation comes after you do the thing. If you push off going to the gym for every little excuse, you'll never end up getting there. Once you do get up and do something, the experience is rewarding and can get you continuing on that right path. It is too easy to put off practicing an instrument or writing a speech. But once you're doing the thing, you'll feel a lot better. It can be incredible for your mental outlook. Now that you're done with high school, it's time to go do things, even if you don't want to at first, because you never know how good it can feel until you're doing it. Learn an instrument, join a rec sport, take the steps towards the career that you desire, whatever your thing is. The actions can all be hard to put into motion, but once you do, that motivation comes after you do the thing. And I'm sure it will be great. Now, if you wish to humor me, we are
West High!
We are
West High!
We are
West High!
Thank you all. Enjoy your graduation.
Thank you, Dana. Okay. We will now hear from our principal, Mr. Richard Deshard.
All right. My timing folks have said you got to keep it short, and you're all in trouble. It's very difficult for me to be short. I wanted to take a moment. I have to model behavior as a principal, and I forgot a couple people that I want to make sure that I acknowledge. Sitting over here to my right is a school board member, Dr. Nicole Leapley from Ward 11. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the person who keeps me whole, and that would be my wife, Kate Deshard. I thought I would keep that together, but clearly I failed. Okay. This is going to be a bit of an odd address than I'm used to, as portions of it were written by somebody else. I promised someone that we wouldn't be singing, but you know how that goes with me. Each class leaves a special mark. With this class, a few things come to mind. Overachievement against the odds, kindness and care. As previously mentioned by Mr. Clayton, did you know that the class of 2023 had someone who graduated from college with an associate's degree before graduating today. Yeah, impressive, Lottie Emery. Right up here on stage. How about our wrestling champ, Christian Morency? He's going to take his state championship to go wrestle with some bad guys in the United States Navy. And who could forget Shinayomi Ogunbayu, affectionately known as AY. I still don't know how that is. But his presence and smile can make a room a happy place at any time. I recognize you today, AY, because you exude kindness, positive energy, and the ability to care for others exemplified by this class. And how about Shane-Elise Montalvo? She probably, sure, yeah, Shane-Elise. Where are you, Shane-Elise? Are you here? I hope she's here. There you are, okay, there you are. She's probably had no idea that, and I noticed this, but I know she is someone who has helped many of our English learners, students, be here today, and she was instrumental in getting them here. Again, just a caring and kind soul that makes up so many of the students in this class. My last example really drives this point home. It has to deal with scholarship money. And this is going to be a first at this graduation exercise, or at these graduation exercises. Released the year I was born, 1976, the Steve Miller Band exclaimed, "Go on, take your money and run." Well, we have some alumni in the house who probably remember that tune, and we'll get to you a bit later. This young lady is simply amazing. Pretty quiet, accomplished academically, outstanding musician, but instead of taking the money and running, she alerted us that she had surpassed the amount she needed to cover her expenses in college. Now, West gave out over $167,000 in scholarships. I gave you a number that, Your Honor, that was a little off. We added about $50,000 more to that. This was one of our best years ever. How about Zayamara Rivera? Zayamara, stand up. Zayamara, because of your honesty, kindness, and caring, and these people have no idea this is happening today, we have now 3 new scholarship winners. These recipients will receive their check from the New Hampshire Charitable Association Foundation over the summer. Please stand with Zayamara to be recognized and thank her on her way out, because the $1,000 Peter Marino Scholarship will now go to Lottie Emery. The $2,400 Jason Goldner Scholarship will now go to Ella Nato. And last but certainly not least, but the Walter Lebelzik Scholarship will now go to Dana LeClaire. $5,000. Zayamara, amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you for providing us with such great leadership. And I know your colleagues up here very much appreciate you. Thank you. Honestly, I could go on for probably another hour, but Mr. White and Janila said you got to move on, so we're going to do that. As the graduates know, this is the 100th anniversary of the Manchester High School West, and the class of 2023, when they started their freshman year, you probably had no idea that they would become part of history like this. Whether you're on the floor or in the stands, this is where we're going to get some audience participation. On the floor here or in the stands. If you are a current or former member of the West High faculty, could you please rise and remain standing? If you are a current graduate of West High School for the year 2023, could you rise and remain standing? All right, how about the years 2010 to 2022? 2010, 2022. How about 2000 to 2009? Few people inch up in the crowds. How about 1990 to 1999? Wow, we're getting close to everybody here. How about 1980 to 1989? Yep. How about 1970 to 1979? Let's look towards the center of the group here. How about 1960 to 1969? How about any time before 1960? If you are a family member of someone who graduated from West High School or is going to graduate from West High School, could you please rise and remain standing? If you are a community member who has supported West High School in any way, could you please rise and remain standing? Look at the stadium full of Blue Knights. Eat your heart out, Central Little Green. I read it on social media the other day. We do things differently here on the West Side. So stay up, everybody. I know I've been known to sing at these events, among other crazy things. While we're all here together, let's sing a song we all know and love to hear. Let's sing Happy Birthday to West High School. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear West High. Happy birthday to you. To our alumni, we would like to thank each and every one of you for your contributions to 100 years of West High School, and to thank you for your participation today, and to remind you all that you are a Blue Knight for life. All right, you all may be seated because it's time. Let's get back to what we're here to do today. This is to honor the Manchester High School class of 2023. We are. All right, Janila, we got one more short speech and then we're gonna go with this. Here we go.
And now, the Superintendent of Manchester School District, Dr. Jennifer Gillis, for her address and to read the proclamation.
Miss Allen is stressing out every time we touch this microphone, so I had to do it to her just to have some fun. So, good afternoon. I am Jen Gillis. I'm the superintendent of the Manchester School District. I am truly honored and thankful to have this opportunity to be with all of you for your special day. Your high school graduation is a culmination of so many years of hard work. I want to thank you for sticking with it when it got challenging or tough. You are a resilient group who dealt with more than a year of remote learning, but you recovered and worked hard to graduate on time. That alone is something to be very proud of. I want to remind you to take a moment today to think about everyone who helped you get here, such as your family, teachers, principals, guidance counselors, coaches, friends. I'm guessing many of them are here with you celebrating today. Remember to thank them for the support and take the time today to enjoy this moment. Truly enjoy today. Your class has been described as school and community oriented, always willing to step up and make the school better. Your principal told me that you epitomize caring and kindness, and you're diligent too. The graduation rate for your class is one of the highest in the last decade, with many students working diligently up till the end to graduate on time. Graduates earned more than, I'm guessing it's a lot more than you told me in the report, a whole lot of money in college scholarships, and you're planning to use those to become nurses, engineers, and teachers. Some of you will be studying mechanical trades while others will be joining the military. West will be well represented in the armed forces, with students joining the U.S. Army, Navy, and National Guard. Thank you. It's important that you remember everything that you've achieved, collectively and individually. As you go out into the world, I want you to use this knowledge as a catalyst for what comes next. Take new challenges, but don't forget where you came from. Your city is proud of you, and we are all very excited to see what you will do next. And now, without further delay, Mayor and the members of the Board of School Committee, as Superintendent of the Manchester School District, I hereby confirm that all students who will receive diplomas today have met all of the graduation requirements of the State of New Hampshire State Board of Education and the Manchester Board of School Committee, and therefore qualify for a high school diploma with all of the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto. It is absolutely my pleasure to present the graduating class of Manchester High School West, the class of 2023. Congratulations to all of you and your families.
And now for the presentation of diplomas. Mr. Richard Dishard, Mrs. Angela Balch, Mrs. Megan Mahoney, Emmons, Mrs. Gail Brown, Mrs. Rebecca LaRue, Ms. Laura Lord, Mr. Gerald White, with the dignitaries from the City of Manchester and the Manchester School District.
Is the audience ready to receive the Manchester High School West class of 2023? Would the class marshals please raise the Manchester High School West class of 2023 top 10 and class officers? Wow, that was awesome. Ms. Emmons, how you doing over there, all right?
I'm great.
You ready to call this class?
I'm so ready.
Wonderful. Ms. Balch, how about you?
I'm good.
Ladies, take it away.
Valedictorian and class treasurer, Dana James LeClaire. Salutatorian and student council public relations, Sadie Mae Helena Jackson. Third honors, Lottie A. Emery. Fourth honors, Irfan Hasanovic. Fifth honors, Elizabeth A. Fayhoe. Sixth honors, Angelie Y. Noss. Seventh honors, Soham Yogesh Deshmukh. Eighth honors, Ella R. Nato. Ninth honors, Ryan Patrick Kelly. 10th honors, Student Council President and Class Historian, Emily Mariela Mejia. Class President, Janila Priscilla Abreu. Class Vice President, Nanakwak Pioke. Class Secretary, Naveen Betta. Class Public Relations, Catherine Victoria Casey. Class Public Relations, Linelis Inoa. Student Council Public Relations and Class Public Relations, Nevea Akira Spears. Student Council Treasurer, Shahad O. Mohammed. Student Council Vice President, Shagaf A. Mohammed. Student Council Secretary, Paige Ann Zumez. Noor Abi Farah. Sajid Abdul Aziz. Kierlis M. Acevedo. Jael Ezekiel Alvarado. Jose Arroyo. Shakuru Bahera. Jocelyn R. Banks. Christine M. Batchelder. Cade R. Bearfield. Chantel Renee Blanchette. Emma Teresa Bolduc. Valencia Burpee. Alexa D. Cabrar.
Elliot T. Cassiotti. Angel Luis Castro. Destiny Carmela Cavallaro. Michael Richard Cleveland. Jaslyn E. Coldwell. Jason Collado. Alexis Comer. Paige Elizabeth Cronier. Joneri Cruz. Zachary Anthony Da Silva. Caitlin J. Dalton. Marion Hussein Dowd. Logan J. Desjardins.
Angelique Maria Diaz. Cameron Neil Dixon. Abu A. D. Diamande. Derek E. Dixon. Kelsey Lynn Durham. Cody M. Dyer. Bezalel Y. Easley Bay. Ariana Star Michelle Eastman. Destiny Marie Figueroa. Nicholas Ty Gagnon. Taylor J. Gallant. Maria Michelle Gonzalez Marin. Zeta Catherine Grimaldi.
Alexandra Nicole Gutierrez. Olivia Yvette Henderson. Bickle Joji. Johan Jorge Bueno. Gabriel A. Keith. Connor LaFleur Gesner. Zachary J. Lambert. Caleb Michael Lawrence. Ian C. Letson. Ayushma Limbu. Bradley James McInnes.
Rodrigo Alberto Martinez Magana. Kaylee Rose Martins. Amber Rose Matheson. Fabian A. Mayorga. Alexis Taylor McCall. River C. McGann. Allie Elizabeth McKay. Leah C. McMillan. Christian Thomas Medina. Dorian Yoni Mills. Shaylin Ivy Moulton.
Shanelis Alondra Montalvo. Victor J. Morales. Christian W. Morency. Jasmia Amor Negron. Eliani Carolina Nunez. Tendai Tanaka Nyatsambo. Batani Jeremy Ofori. Shinayomi L. Ogunbayo. Destiny Kiss Pagon. Madison L. Parents. Giovanni M. Paris. Selena Perez.
Kylie Rose Pierce. Manuel Portillo Rodriguez. Jomar Elier Ramos. Joseph I. Ramos. Gregory A. Ricard. Rebecca Grace Richards. Ray Angeline Rojero Raimondo. Nikki Rivera. Zayamara Lisette Rivera. Evangelina Grace Rodriguez. Edwin Rodriguez Otero. Janelli Victoria Rodriguez. Janet Louise Elizabeth Rosado.
Kobe Rosado. Maya Louise Sanborn. Precious Lee Sanford. Annabelle Santos Ramirez. Helen Chantel Sarah. Aiden Scott Bolak. Jonathan Sepulveda. Haley Nicole Silva Reardon. Christian M. Smith. Taylor M. Smith. David Snow. Mason Joseph Snow.
Alexander A. Soto. Alexander Philip Sousa. Sabina Spahic. Ederline Genesis Suazo Rojas. Genesis Ederline Suazo Rojas. Kushal Tamang. Aurora Marilyn Valentine Tassie. Glenn A. Thayer. Kylia Adriana Thomas. Cameron J. Torres. Rashid Michael Traore. Angel Giovanni Umana.
Jean-Michael Valdez Garcia. Lucas David Valencia. Eliel D. Villanueva. Benjamin G. Ward. Kristen M. Winslow. Caden Alexander Young.
You want to do the We Are West High? Okay. For the last time, ladies and gentlemen, we are! We are! We are! All right, Miss Abreu, let's do this. Would the class marshals please raise the class of 2023?
Before I start, where's Haley? Haley, raise, happy birthday. Class of 2023, are you ready? At this time, on the count of 3, you may now turn your tassels from the right to the left to signify that you have graduated. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Congratulations, class of 2023.
The class marshals will now lead the procession out. Graduates may meet in the back hall. Thank you.